Good afternoon, peeps. Welcome back to the vlog. So without further ado, we're gonna go to the video that I promised you guys. We're gonna talk about the Evo. We're gonna talk about how much it all costs. Like I said, we're gonna put it into three categories: with exterior, interior, and engine mod. Once we get to engine mod, there's some parts. One of the last video I mentioned that I did the E85 content, I included full bolt-on. So once we get to engine components, we're gonna subtract the full bolt-on that we add on to the exterior portion of this video, and so we get a better number and understanding for the total that goes into engine mod itself. So yeah, just want to go through how the vehicle look right now around y'all. I know it's a little ain't too steady, bear with me guys. A little hot today, so I try to go into, you know, obviously a parking structure right here, keep it a little cool. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much give you guys a rough estimate on how much each component costs, and when I do the editing, I'll put the total right here of pretty much how much everything costs, what they resell, so we can subtract that to the cost, and then we get also maintenance costs, and it gives us the grand total of each component. So like I said, exterior, interior, engine, and then we'll combine all three, and I'll tell you exactly the total number of how much everything costs. All right, so I'm gonna start with the Varis V1 bumper, Varis V3 fender, Varis V2 side skirt, and also Varis V2 rear bumper. All right, so I'm not gonna give you the amount how much it costs new. I'll get you amounts how much it costs for me to actually buy it. All right, so on the rough estimate for the front bumper will be $900. Fenders will be about $400. Side skirts would be $400, but we also had to do a repair cost for it, which is extra $250 for on the other side, which is for the underboard itself. So we'll say the side skirt would be $700. All right, $450 plus $250 is $700. The rear bumper itself, I got that for a really good deal because it came with the rear diffuser. So let's just say that's around $1,000 with the rear diffuser. Right, rear diffuser is not on right now, so that's fine. We'll just count with that. I'll get into the paint costs at the end, so just remember we just went through the bumper, fenders, side skirts, rear bumper, all right, and rear diffuser. Let's get into these wheels. These wheels actually cost me with tires a total of $4,000. So wheels with tires, $4,000. We'll go over to the APR GT 300 wing. This is a 61-inch wing, carbon fiber. So this, if you buy brand new, which I did, cost you $1,800. Probably get it cheaper if you didn't buy brand new, but I went brand new. So this is the GrimmSpeed Vortex generator. This will cost you around $300, if I'm not mistaken. So the correct price will be right here. I think it's around $300 for this. Also, let's go to the rear. On the rear, we had the Varis taillights. You get this brand new for $800. I only got it for $400 Facebook Market. Go to the Tome exhaust. So we'll subtract the old catback, old test pipe with this one. So the old catback was STM. I got that for $800. I sold it for only $500. So we get all the math up here because I'm not gonna do it on my head, guys. Test pipe is STM test pipe. This is how much it costs, around $3 something. But the Tome test pipe instead for $250. I did end up selling the old STM high flow cat, which is I sold it for $250. So pretty much I got the test pipe for free. Even trade. You say even trade. Catback, I got this for brand new $800. So I had to pay an extra $300 on top after I sold the STM catback, and then you get all the negative value right here. So I'll put it right here for you guys. That's how much this Tome costs. Alright guys, so moving on here, I also has window guard. I only got it for $100. It's not on right now, but it's obviously going to be on the car eventually. I got this from Carbon Fiber Racing, which is the cover. It's a $300. I think this is only well, $200. If I'm mistaken, it'll be up here. So that's how much that costs. We're going over to the front area. I got this Vis Racing carbon fiber hood for only $450 on Facebook Market. So boom. VLAN headlights, brand new for $350. Side markers from Amazon for $30. J panel carbon fiber cover from Carbon Fiber Racing as well for $150. So don't forget, we had BC Pullovers on here, so which is $1,000. I ended up selling for the BC Pullovers for only $600. So we negative revenue of $400. We sold the stock suspension for another $250. So which we're still in the negative revenue for $150. And we went with 3P airlift performance, obviously air rise, as you can tell. That total with the discount price of $4,000. Mind you, that did not include the installation cost, which is going to be all added here at the end. All right, moving on into the interior portion of this vlog. All right, as you can see, the interior has been updated, obviously with the new Recaro seats. The old stock seat only sold for about $200, so I really didn't get too much for it. But as far as this Recaro brand, it's the Recaro Sportster GT. It's about $1,500 a piece, so the total is $3K for both. But you have to include the sliders and rails, which is add you an extra about another $1,000 with shipping as well. So this seat alone will run you about $4,000 in total, not including the installation costs. We'll add the installation cost, like I said, at the end. As you can see up here to my left is the newly installed Cusco 6-point dash delete, which the reason why it's called dash delete is not it goes around the dash instead of inside the dash. Also got it powder coated the same color as most of my engine work. So this cage right here, I wasn't originally going to get it because I ordered online for around $800. Shipping is $1,000. It's actually still on its way. It's not here yet, but we are actually selling it to one of my friends on Instagram, DJ Final Edition. He's actually buying it, meeting me here once it gets here for about $750. So we did lose a little equity onto the new cage that has not been here yet, but in turn we only got this cage for $300, which is perfectly awesome. And the powder coat alone for this cage is about 200 something. So in turn this cage cost us around $600. We sold the thing for, we lost equity on the other cage for about $250. So in turn, with everything done with powder coated installation, with this cage is a total of like $900. So I'll get you the right number up here. I'm just doing everything on my head. We did gain a little bit and we did loss a little bit. I think we did gain more because we had pretty much it paid for the powder coating installation cost itself, so that's a plus. Next thing up is going to be our steering wheel from Carbontastic. So yeah, this steering wheel cost me around $1,500, 2.5 month wait. I didn't make too much for the old steering wheel, so the full cost for this steering wheel is $1,500. All of my links to these products is going to be in my description, so if you actually want to get these products from these certain manufacturer, you can, but it's going to run you quite a bit of money. I mean, I do suggest if you're going for a steering wheel, you could get a carbon fiber steering wheel for about a quarter of that, like let's say 30% of that price. You get one for $500. Still works really well. For this one, you're actually paying for the brand itself. So if you want Carbontastic, this is how much you're going to spend. $1,500 for this steering wheel. So, closer look at the steering wheel. All right, moving next to the right, I'm gonna look down at my short shifter. All right, guys, originally guys, I had the Torque Solution short shifter that's in here. I got that on Facebook Market for around $100 because it came with the tail lights. For this one right here, I sold it. Actually, I didn't sell it. I gave it to Tim, so we lost $100 there. But for this one right here, I got it for $450 from China, from WK Motorsports shifter. This is actually a really good shift shifter. So a little tangent, if you're going for a short shifter, you should go for this. It's a good price, it looks really good, and I like it a lot. So it didn't take that long to come. So yeah, this is cost $450 for this short shifter. This racing knob alone right here from Racing, I actually don't have the full price on it. I think it's around $200. I could be wrong. You find the full price right here, but it's actually a really good shift knob. I do enjoy it. It's pretty weighted down, so I do like it. I have no issue with the shift knob. This is from Racing. So yeah, this is a SideGav 10.2 Android head unit. I actually only got this head unit for $300 because it also came with the cage and the side skirts and the rear bumper. I actually returned the old head unit that I bought straight from SideGav for around $700. So in turn, I got back $400 for the same head unit. Yeah, so it also came with the rear camera itself, so which is pretty cool. Not bad for $300. Let's move on to the gauges. All right, so I got this cluster custom made by ES Custom NY for about $400, about 200 month weight, and each one of these cages is roughly around $150, except for this flex fuel gauge. I'll include this gauge with the price of the engine bay because the flex fuel kit came with this gauge itself. So pretty much in turn, this cluster $400 plus, you know, another 300 and something, $400 for these gauges. So we add all the price onto the right. Next thing we're going to move up to is our security camera. I got this security camera from a Korean pretty much website. This is called a Blvd, recommended by Subi Pew. So yeah, he got the same one. I got it. This cost us around $700 because we also had an option of having a Magic Pro, which it helps with the battery right here. Installation cost didn't cost anything for installation because I did it myself. So I think it's really needed for you to have a car like this. It should have some extra security, also a front camera, and also have a rear camera itself right there. As far as the interior, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I didn't do too much crazy. I'm not going to count that towards the mod because it's just, you know, extra stuff for the vehicle. We also not going to count the rear seat because it hasn't been done yet. I'm pretty sure this custom rear seat is going to cost us a hefty penny. Pretty much going to try to match it with the front leather Recaros to the rear. So going to have to wait on that. I'm not going to add that into the cost. So as far as the interior, guys, this is how much it costs altogether. This is how much it costs for us to sell some stuff and put it back in. This is how much labor costs, and this is going to be the grand total right here for how much the interior mod costs. All right, let's move towards the engine bay. All right, here we go, headed to the engine bay. So if you guys recall, or if you guys haven't watched my how much it costs to get to FlexField video, the total cost for this getting to FlexField was $5,841. So with that being said, we'll start from there. Add a few components. We're going to take out some few components because I also add on the cost of going full bolt-on. I'm pretty sure I added the full bolt-on on there. If I didn't, that's fine. It was just, you know, go from the 5,841. All right. At the time, I didn't get the car powder coated. I didn't add, you know, all these other things to it. So we'll add it on. All right. I got this from Facebook Market. This is actually a GrimmSpeed carbon fiber coolant tray. I got this only for $200. It also came with carbon fiber cover for the power steering reservoir, but which I sold for $100. So technically I only got this for $100, which is pretty great deal. I also got a ceramic coated as well from TLC, so we'll add on that cost right here. Okay, we got the Driven Fab dual catch can. I bought this for around $300 on Facebook Market. Power steering reservoir from Driven Fab as well. I bought this around for $200 on Facebook Market. The AMS fuel rail, I got this from Map Performance. I got this for $250 in black. We'll move over here. I had to switch up the AMS lower intercooler piping and upper intercooler piping. I used to have ETS, but I switched to AMS, which I got the lower and upper for only $250 on Facebook Market. We'll move over to right here. I got the Fuel Lab fuel regulator from Map Performance as well for about $350. I got this carbon fiber cover for the battery from Carbon Fiber Racing. I got this for $150. We'll move over to the rear here. So I got this exhaust manifold heat shield or heat cover from AK Racing, also with the firewall heat shield from AK Racing. Both of these combined with the shipping was around $450. What's really important that I got for the engine bay is this tuck kit from NRG Ops. This tuck kit alone was $250, so that's pretty good. I got this cap from Map Performance as well for only 50 bucks. I got these coupling holder 10 AN holders for these wires from Amazon for only $10. We're to here. We'll start with the AMS intake as well. That was already covered in the last one, and also the intercooler was already covered in the last one. The tune was already covered in the last one. So now all we're gonna do is add all these parts right here, get it a total up. We're gonna add the powder coating cost, which is around another $400 or $500 over here. We're gonna add about the installation cost. I'll get the exact installation cost right here for you guys to see, and that's pretty much, and yeah, that's pretty much all the cost of the engine bay from stock to this. Yeah, peeps, so with all the modification, that's how much exactly it costs for the exterior, the interior, and the engine mod. So from the engine mod, from being stock, going to E85, and also adding on to extra components for the engine. There's still more stuff coming, don't get me wrong, but that's the cost as of right now, and it'll give you a grand total right here. So it's probably a big ass number. I actually don't know the grand total right now, but just going through my head is a huge number. You can probably get another Evo and just having 2 dailies for that price. You got to include the paint cost, the cost to get it installed, the cost for the tune, pretty much all the labor costs. There's a lot of stuff that I did myself, but also major stuff that I didn't do myself, and also all the costs of all the mistakes. That's like the biggest thing, the mistake costs. So you're talking about if you get side skirts from the side skirt that I was talking about, carbon fiber for $1,000. That was a mistake because you only sold it for like I only sold it for like 500, half of the price. I'm already lost 500 equity right there. If I could have just went straight for these side skirts, or just wait a little bit and get these side skirts, I only would spend $400 for the side skirts. Imagine that. Yeah, the mistake cost is like the biggest cost that you could ever have. You know, it's probably bigger than even the fully built mod itself. So like I said at the beginning, get a plan. Get a right plan for your Evo. Get exactly what you want. Don't go half-ass it. Like, just go. If you want Varis, you want to go wide body, go right there. You want a victory function, go straight ahead. Go straight for the thing. If you want this wheel, but you're gonna go wide body and you want a different wheel, just wait until you go wide body and get a different wheel. But man, the mistake cost. The one thing I could do if I could go back in time is just go straight for this look, and instead of just, you know, settling. Do not settle on your car. Biggest mistake I ever did was settling, guys. It was a costly mistake, and obviously I learned from it. Learning from it, I'm probably gonna make the same mistake again. But yeah, guys, that's how much the total cost of building my Evo. So if you guys trying to build the exact same Evo as me, that's how much you're gonna go. You're probably gonna save a lot more money if you go directly to it. Maybe like half of the cost of building it to exactly what it is right now if you go directly to this build instead of just, you know, skip or go backwards and then go forward. But yeah, peeps, that's it for this vlog. I hope you do enjoy it. Hope you know, find all the good things out of it, all the mistakes I did, and, you know, learn from it. But thanks for tuning into this vlog, peeps, and I'll see you next time. Peace.